It's been said that field of view can be an important factor in gaming, but just how important is it? Let's take a look at that today. But before we get into that, if you're into discussions like this, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more videos just like this. In first-person games, the field of view is the observable game world that is seen from display at any given moment. This is typically measured at an angle. Here's an example of a 90-degree field of view. Humans typically have 170 to 180-degree field of view. More often than not, game consoles will be in the neighborhood of 60 to 80 FOV because their screen takes up less of the viewer's potential view field typically. Larger FOVs, like 90 to 120, usually get set in PC games as the screen occupies a much larger percent of the viewer's vision. This is a widely debated topic on Warzone and Apex and just about any other first-person shooter game that requires you to be attentive and aware of your surroundings. Our focus here is going to be on Modern Warfare and Warzone field of view, and specifically console FOV in Warzone. So looking at the console FOV, we see we are sitting at 80 FOV, as where PC has the potential of going up to 120. While that might not seem like a massive increase, it actually is when you start looking at the difference of screen real estate. The numbers are kind of actually hard to grasp until you go ahead and take a look at them side by side. People that have played 120 will get probably motion sick if they play on 80 FOV. It's just an entirely different feel in the game, and it totally changes everything about the game. Now, there also is some other advantages to being in the 120 FOV as well. People often say that there's reduced recoil, but as we can see, that's simply not true. The recoil is just smaller on the screen because there's more screen real estate of game in the screen itself. So being on 120 FOV, you have the option of using affected. If you decide to use the independent one, you'll end up keeping your zoom on your iron sights. However, this does hurt your felt recoil. Like I was saying earlier, there isn't actually more recoil, it just feels like they're more on most guns because of the increased FOV and screen real estate being taken up by the weapon. Changing that to 120 and keeping it at affected FOV will definitely help you keep your recoil minimized. People will often also mistake the speed because of the FOV. It looks like things are moving at a particular faster rate with the 120 over 80, just because of, again, the scale of things. As we take a look at this target, you'll notice that the target looks significantly smaller under 120 FOV. Now, keep in mind that, again, PC players are typically within 18 inches of their screen, while console players are obviously typically much further away from their screen than that, though obviously that is changing in today's day and age where people are playing consoles on PC gaming monitors to take advantage of the new PS5 features. Being as Vanguard is being built upon the Infinity Ward engine that they used for Modern Warfare, I would really heavily like to see them introduce that new next-gen update when they do introduce the new game. Now, there's a good chance that's likely what's going to happen is they're waiting for the entire engine update on Warzone. Hopefully that offers a little more optimization and things just kind of work a little better. They've had a lot more time to develop this engine over the last one as it's an iteration of the Modern Warfare engine. But along with that new update is hopefully coming some anti-cheat as well, so that is going to be great news because not only do we get potentially FOV sliders for console in the next-gen update, which is likely to be the Vanguard update, we're also going to see anti-cheat introduced with that Vanguard update as well, and the game absolutely needs it. But if you guys found this discussion interesting, give this video a like. If you like me, give me a subscribe. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you around.